Huntington's disease, also known as HD, is passed down in families. It affects the brain, causing physical, mental, and emotional decline. Most often, diagnoses occur between the ages of 30 and 50. The North Carolina chapter of the HD Society of America recently held a major fundraiser, but it is still raising money as there is currently no cure. Spectrum News 1 reporter Amy Elliott joins us live here in the studio. She spoke with a woman who shared her own struggle with the disease. Amy, good morning.
Good morning to you, Caroline. And yes, Huntington's disease, it may be unfamiliar to some. There is not a well-known celebrity who's the face of it, and those in the HD community are working to raise more awareness as research is still needed. I met with Tracey Vajay and her family. Tracey was a longtime underwriter at a bank before her diagnosis. She filled me in on how they are all learning to cope now.
Is it done?
Tracey Vajay will tell you one of her greatest joys is her family, her husband and 2 sons. But the 45-year-old also acknowledges the last several years have been a challenge due to Huntington's disease.
We were somewhere and I was like, I'm having a hard time walking down the hallway and I'm really struggling to keep a straight line. So it's like one of those things in the back of your head that you kind of know that it's there, but it's still something that you're gonna kind of hope that it's not going to be there.
Her diagnosis wasn't a total surprise. Her dad had Huntington's disease. He died when he was 50. The HD Society of America says every child of a parent with the disease has a 50% chance of inheriting the gene.
In your head, you're like, well, I had to go through that with my father, so it's hard to kind of see yourself in his shoes.
Vajay's symptoms didn't start until she was 40. Saying she now has a harder time remembering things and deals with chorea, a movement disorder.
It's like the unnatural sort of your body moves and you're not necessarily moving your hands or your feet. That's definitely the first sign of Huntington's.
Her family surrounds her, giving her help physically and emotionally whenever she needs it.
More complex tasks get more challenging. And those are the things that are not as recognizable. And I think, if you're talking to someone that has dementia later in life, it's more understandable, but for someone that's in their 40s, it's really not.
Vajay encourages others to lean on close family and friends. It's what keeps her going.
So it's a battle, but it's one I'm willing to take for them.
Now, as mentioned, the HD Society over the weekend held a major fundraiser, but you can still donate as they are still continuing to look for a cure. All of that information is online.
So difficult for these families. She mentioned this is not a well-known disease. Did she say anything about, I guess, what she maybe wishes the public knew a little bit more about?
Yes, I asked her that, and she said sometimes people are a little bit nervous to help out because they may not know exactly what's happening. But you heard her say she will fall, for example, at the grocery store, or she may have trouble loading groceries into the back of her car. And she says, just ask. It's always okay to ask if someone needs help. And she said it really is appreciated.
I think it's very eye-opening to hear someone say that. It's okay to ask. It's okay to help.
Right.
I think we all need to be gracious and understanding of our neighbors.
That's exactly right.